the Isle of Patmos, the beloved Apostle John was inspired to write, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth are passed away, and the sea is no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, made ready as a bride adorned for her husband." Whenever God wanted to show the beauty of the church and His relationship to the church, He used the bride, beautifully adorned for her husband. Who gives this bride to be married? The beauty of this hour and this occasion, we'd like to make just these few remarks about marriage. This is a great and wonderful occasion, a great event, a very memorable event. However, some of these details we will forget. I'm glad that we are preserving them by way of film, so that when you're older, you'll be able to look back and see the beauty of the hour again. There are three things, however, that I want you to remember about tonight, and what I'm about to say now. If you can just remember three P's. The first P stands for plan, and it's God's plan. God's plan in marriage is for keeps. The Bible tells us that you two are about to be joined, and it will be for as long as you live. In Matthew chapter 19, Jesus, in asked questions about marriage, gave God's threefold plan for marriage. First of all, He gave it as it was in the very beginning, and as it should have always been. Whenever He said, "For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh, so that they are no more two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined asunder, let no man has joined together, let no man put asunder." Whenever He was asked about Moses' writings of divorcement, He said, "I say to you that from the beginning it hath not been so." Then secondly, Jesus gave what it was like under the law of Moses in the days of the Old Testament, when He told them that for the hardness of your hearts, Moses gave you writings of divorcement. And then in the third part of the threefold plan, Jesus told us that which is binding upon us today. "And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife except for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And he that marrieth her when she has been put away, commits adultery." I want you to remember God's plan for marriage. Secondly, another P represents person. The person you are marrying is so very important. I don't mean who he is or what he is or what kind of work he does or the color of her hair, but I mean the kind of person he or she is so very important. These two young people that are about to be joined tonight in marriage are Christians. And that is as it should be. Christians should marry Christians. And there are several reasons for that. First of all, the Scriptures encourage that. Secondly, for the sake of your souls, this marriage is good. The sake of your souls demands that Christians marry Christians. It's hard enough to go to heaven all alone. And so you need to encourage each other, all to do what is right. Thirdly, the sake of your home demands Christians marry Christians. Whenever Jesus said, "When I be lifted up, I will draw all men to myself." And so if a person is a Christian, then Jesus is pulling him toward Him. But if one is married to an unbeliever, then the unbeliever is pulling in the other direction. However, when two are united religiously, and united demands the children that will be coming as a blessing to this good family, for their sake, your unity in religion is important. The greatest gift that you could ever give the children that will eventually come to bless your home will not be a great inheritance, will not be riches in gold or silver, but it will be a Christian home. The third P that I want you to remember stands for preparation. The preparation you have already made. Preparation is very important before marriage. You have made the proper preparation. But I'm giving you this P to remember because I want you to remember the preparation that you made. That's why I like to see lovely weddings like this, and all of the work that has gone into preparing for this wedding, this ceremony, and all of the expense, because it tells us these two now are prepared to be married to each other. Marriage is not something that one rushes into. That's why we enjoy these, what we call church weddings. Anybody can get married. There's nothing to that. But it is something to marry the right person. not in debt. This is the second most important decision. The one that you have made and which you're following through tonight is the second most important decision that you will ever make. The first was to become a Christian, and now the second one. Always put first things first. May God help you live up to the commitment that you have made, and may He give you wisdom. You're now ready to take your vows. Charles, will you repeat after me to your bride? I, Charles Adams, take thee, Greta Myers, to be my lawful and wedded companion, with whom to live after the ordinance of God, in the holy estate of matrimony, to love, to honor, to cherish, and to protect, in health and in sickness, in adversity and in prosperity, and forsaking all others, I will keep myself to thee and to thee alone until death do us part. Greta, will you repeat after me too? I, Greta Myers, take thee, Charles Adams, to be my lawful and wedded companion, with whom to live after the ordinance of God, in the holy estate of matrimony, to love, to honor, to cherish, to obey, in health and in sickness, in adversity and prosperity, and forsaking all others, I will keep myself to you and to you alone, until death do us part. Is there a ring?
Yes.
This ring, like eternity, is endless. It is symbolic of love which unites two hearts so they beat as one. Take it and place it upon the ring finger of your bride and repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed. And to thee I pledge my trust. I pledge my trust and my love until death do us part. Is there another ring? This ring symbolizes pure and true love which has no end. So take it and place it